No, Daniel,
I'm not
please.
doing it again.
Hi, everybody,
No,
and welcome back to.
again.
Hi, everybody, and
Oh,
welcome
frick.
back to Cobblemon. We are continuing our adventure in the land of Pokemon,
Well, we
but
say
they're from
adventure,
Minecraft.
but it's more just the.
We're gonna mess with villagers today. We're gonna introduce the villagers to the joys of capitalism, otherwise known as Pokemon.
Villagers' Bizarre Adventure.
I don't think that capitalism is the way that we describe Pokemon.
I mean, Pokemon cards were used as capitalism when we were kids at school.
Sure.
I mean, if you put it like that, sure, but
That's a
also-
big Pidgeot.
You're
That
also-
Pidgeot is huge.
You're also talking to the people who were into Yu-Gi-Oh! I think
into
they-
both.
Well, I think there was a...
F.
At least with the crowd I ran with, there was a bigger market for Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, too.
Well, that's fair enough. Anyway, if there's a Pidgeot, you could go catch it or fight it.
I think I'll fight it.
All right.
I might have wandered off, though. I don't see it.
I mean,
Even
I'm pretty sure I just saw it, so...
Even a card
here
like
it is, it's
Summon
up top.
Skull was worth more snacks than a Pokemon card.
Did you actually run with people that, like, would trade off Pokemon cards for food?
No, I was that guy.
Oh my god, Greg.
So were you the recipient of the card, or the
I was
one
the
giving the
I was the recipient of the food if it was a sufficiently dumb card.
Nice.
Use Roost, mother...
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Use Roost again.
That also sounds about right.
But it is on
Ouch.
fire. Use Feather Dance on me.
Well, that means your attack is lowered.
Yeah, but it's still hitting, so...
Well, I mean, if it works, it works.
My attack won't go lower.
Although if I
Well,
was the
you're-
one giving people cards, where did I get that spare Blackluster Soldier?
See, I'm pretty sure I stole some kid's Blackluster Soldier when I was in elementary school.
It restored my HP after I capped... What? Come
Of all
on.
of the things to abscond with, a Blackluster Soldier.
I think I took the ritual card, too.
Oh, okay. That makes
Well,
it so much better.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, is that I either did take the ritual card, or I didn't. I just took the Blackluster Soldier. I also made a kid real fucking sad.
Oh heck, there's a hole in the ground now.
What? Why?
Because the house is built over a void.
I'll fix it in a second.
Who's this moron civic planner who came up with this?
The same one that designed most of this village?
I got the Pidgeot when it had 1% health.
Nice. That's usually how this works.
Found a Voltorb. Neat. I'm gonna catch this little guy. Come here. Let me heal my Pokemon.
So what I'm getting out of this is that we're now in the phase of this stream where Matt is not doing anything useful.
Well, I am gonna sleep real quick to avoid the night.
Good plan.
Hey, computer, thanks for telling me that my renewal is coming up for this product. I didn't totally get 4 emails about that from yesterday.
Well, now you got a 5th one.
Hmm.
Anyway, I have found an iron golem over here.
Oh boy, good luck.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was here from the last time this area was opened up, which was not that long ago. Hey,
Well, are we gonna sleep or not? By the way,
Give me a second. I just got out of the
busy.
ground.
Ooh, the ground.
If you want to do the spelunking and fix the terrain, you do this.
I'm sure he could. And then we'd never see him again.
No, we definitely see him. He just cheat his way back up.
And we never saw him again.
Are you breaking down this house, Greg?
And
I'm breaking down this house, but there's a hole under it, so,
I'll go fix
Well-
it. Give me a sec. I gotta get dirt.
there is plenty of dirt around here, you know.
I know. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go get it. Give me a sec. I also need to eat this chicken.
Matt, why are you wandering away from the village? The village needs to be reconstructed from the ground up.
I'm getting dirt.
But
There's dirt in the village. We went over this.
And you said you understood.
I understood. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Fair enough, but also...
Ah! Here's my shovel. Where did the hill that I was working? Oh, there's the hill.
Are there swords on that hill?
That's hill you're walking into. I'm not sorry.
And I can hear Matt de-opting me as we speak.
Yeah, you're gone. You're gone for a little bit while I do this.
Greg, you know what to do.
No.
Seriously, though. You're burning down a perfectly good hill whilst there's a hill we need to get rid of in the village.
Where?
Made of dirt. Primarily.
Which hill are you talking about anyway? I'm coming over here.
The one that I'm literally in front of.
Ah.
Hello, golem buddy.
Did you find the golem in the pit?
Yes.
Rip
I
golem.
also found coal.
Alright, well, grab it. We might as well grab it.
Yeah.
You have a pick?
I have a pick.
Okay, good.
I do not have a lot of stamina left on that pick, but
That's okay. My shovel just broke anyway, so it's fine.
I'm
Here.
not sure how that makes it fine.
Take shovels.
Why do you have so many shovels? You know what? I'm just not gonna
Because I
push
was
it.
trading with the villagers to
Ah.
get EXP whilst getting more shovels. We don't need this much dirt. This is what I can say. We do need to get rid of, like, this frontal bit over here, though.
Well, heck Shrek it, I ran out of pick.
Do you need a pick?
Extract it.
I could use one, yes. Also,
Okay.
I
Hold on, Greg.
also the scaffolding's been drinking.
What did
What do
you
you mean
do
it's
to the
been drinking?
scaffolding? It was fine a second ago.
It was,
Did it
yes.
collapse?
And then the top bit of it fell off, and I tried to put it back, and I failed.
Greg,
Well, there, I fixed it.
Thank you. And thank you for the peek as well.
You're welcome. Now enjoy Total Darkness.
No.
Enjoy Total Darkness Island.
What?
Kingdom Hearts?
No.
Oh yeah, we should play KH2 at some point.
I mean, we were planning on doing it, and then literally every game and its mother came out.
Yeah, 2023 has been a stacked year for video games.
Armored core.
Primarily that one, yeah. Yep, agreed, honestly. Armored Core, pretty excellent. Definitely a
Armored
top game
Core
of the
6
year.
is Armored Core 6 is one of those games that sucks out your soul and inflates it with like one of those canisters of compressed air.
What the fuck are you talking about?
How does it do with compressed air, like the one I used to clean the keyboard at work today?
Yes.
Sure, why not? No, what about one of those cans of air where it, from like, what is that movie from Lorax? Where it's just literally air in a can?
That, yeah.
Isn't
How about
that what
that?
compressed air is, though?
No,
Well, no,
no.
they
that's
they
different.
just have-
Compressed air is a liquidish thing.
well, not necessarily.
In the can it is.
Okay, fair. But like the Lorax, they literally just had a
They ran out
can
of air.
at slightly over ambient pressure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oi,
You know, in the
oi,
Lorax, they literally
this-
ran out of
this
air.
Stupid sheep.
Because there's no more trees. Because, like, hey, trees are pretty cool. Let's destroy all of them.
Trees were pretty cool.
What's a tree?
Yeah.
We don't have those anymore.
No, actually, that's literally a line. They're
I
like, can you
know.
imagine what trees look like? God, that movie's so dumb. I actually kind of, you know what's funny is I saw that movie when I was with my parents, like, in LA, like, years ago. And, like, we saw, like, I think it was the, like, orange carpet or whatever the hell it was, because we were at Universal when that shit was coming out.
Yeah.
Like we saw like all the like actors and whatever walk by to go watch the premiere or whatever it was. It was so goofy. It was really goofy, but it was also like kind of neat. And then the movie, I mean, it's whatever. It's another animated. It's just another generic. It's the Lorax movie, but it's not as that good. The music in it is fire, though. Yeah, the music's fire, though. Like some of the songs in there are actually really good.
I remember enjoying that movie more than I expected.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched Nostalgia Critic destroy it, but I mean, it's also Nostalgia Critic, and boy, howdy, see a cynical motherfucker.
Nostalgia Critic's special power is destroying things just by talking about them briefly.
Yeah, like, I think Daniel, actually, you'll agree with his shit about The Matrix.
Well, that's terrifying.
Oh no, there's two of
like,
them.
he doesn't like The Matrix either. Yeah, chat, Daniel is not a fan of The Matrix. Don't hold it against him, it's just personally not for him.
Well, we weren't going to hold it against
but
him,
I
but then
prefer
you said something.
But I enjoy it. I greatly enjoy The Matrix. I think it's one of my favorite movies. Are you knocking down that house, Greg?
I do not, in fact, condone the house.
Alright, I'll assist.
Once you two are done with that, we could start... Well, actually, how many houses do we have left on the top here? Just the 3. Then we can start working on the couple of houses down there, I guess.
I don't know, I can't count.
Oh, there's also a house over behind you guys, I think, too. So we got, like...
yeah, there's a couple. There's, like, 4.
Yeah, no, there's
6.
There's a few. Also,
my
mom is numb. I'm gonna need a moment.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Greg.
I must inject blood into my arm using my heart.
That sounds like a me problem. You shouldn't be having those.
Greg, is it your left arm or your right arm?
It's his squid arm.
It's the one that I was sitting on.
Were you sitting on your left or your right arm, Greg? Why were you sitting on it? Oh, good. All right, rip Greg.
No, I just have really bad gaming posture.
How is your gaming posture so bad you're sitting on your arm?
I get you're not using your arm, but like...
No, I mean,
also, wait, how are you not using your arm?
That's my main gaming arm.
Wait, how are you using your... How are you, like, using your keyboard?
Simple. My legs go up and around.
You're using your keyboard with your legs.
No, my legs go up and around, and I use my keyboard with hands.
So are you sitting on your keyboard, too?
No.
Greg, can you get your mom to take a photo of you so we can see what the hell you're talking about?
I've already disentangled myself.
I mean, like, if you do that again, we want to see how what the fuck your gaming posture looks like. Obviously, we're not going to put it anywhere but the Discord, but I want to see what the hell your shit looks like.
You really don't.
I really do, though.
We do because we have a morbid curiosity. Also, there's a Yamper over here.
I want it. I want the Corgi.
Well, I could TP you, but I don't have admin permissions.
And I don't remember how to get...
Well, the server also can crash.
Oh, I can't TP you anyway.
This game has so many errors.
To be fair, that was because you teleported yourself, not because I teleported you. I can teleport you just fine.
Are you sure about that?
Given that I did that twice earlier, yes. Anyway,
I'll let you know when it's back. Give it a minute. I mean, well, let's see what happened today.
The apocalypse.
No, apparently they're going to kick George. They might kick George Santos out of Congress finally tomorrow.
Fantastic!
Holy shit! What a corrupt motherfucker! It's not started yet. Do either of you know who Santos? Do either of you know who it started? Do either of you know who George Santos is?
He is the man who seems incapable of having even a tangential relationship with true words.
It really is. That's honestly a great description. So, Daniel, what he's done is he's basically faked a lot of shit and somehow got elected. He also somehow managed to loan his campaign $800,000, and then immediately he recollected his money. He didn't have $800,000. He didn't have $800.
How did nobody fact check this?
Because no one
there's
cared.
also boss stiff over here.
Give me your yamper.
Anyway,
not
going
even-
back to the subject at hand, what
I'm
the
not
fuck
even
is
sure
wrong
if
with our
George
political
Santos' name
things?
is George Santos.
Yeah, his name also isn't George Santos. It's Anthony DeVolder.
It is? Wait, what? Why is he called George Santos then?
Because he said his name was George Santos. Everyone just calls him Anthony George Santos DeVolder.
How did nobody
I
fact check
don't
this?
know. I do not know the answer to your question. I caught the yamper. Here, I'm going to tell you what he's done. I'm going to give you a full-on breakdown of what the hell is George Santos.
I don't
Nobody
believe
knows
he
the answer
is.
to that.
I'm going to give you the closest estimation based off all the... I'm going to tell you all the bullshit he said. How about that?
Sure.
George Santos... let's see. Not
George
guilty, no.
Santos bullshit.
Lie tracker. George Santos lie tracker.
Tracker.
From New York Magazine. Here's every lie told by George Santos. Updated 2 days
Why is
ago.
my Santos told me?
Let's see. So he won in 2022 in the midterm. He
Wait,
is
so
currently...
that's a lie?
No, that's true. That's the only thing that's true about him is that he's a congressman. So he let's see. Yeah, he has federal charges. He has a lot of federal charges. So he's also he said that he got this list. I gotta use this list. Okay, I'm gonna start at the donor thing. So he went to so he was accused. Federal prosecutors have accused him of defrauding political supporters running for Congress. According to the indictment, he instructed a Queens-based political consultant to tell potential donors the money would be used to help elect him to the House. Two people gave him $25,000 each to an LLC that was owned by him that was not registered as a super PAC. He allegedly laundered the money through 2 personal accounts and used it for his personal benefit, including to make cash withdrawals for purchases of luxury designer clothing, credit card payments, a car payment, and payments on personal debts, and also bank transfers to his associates. He also got some of the funds he used were purchases for Hermes, which is like luxury like wallets and clothing and stuff. They have a partnership with Apple and a lot of that, and some of their stuff. He also bought things at Sephora. He used food on meals that were not related to his campaign. He used stuff for parking that was not related to having to park anywhere near Congress. And he also he also subscribed to people on OnlyFans. He used campaign donor funds on OnlyFans.
How is this man
This is
not
news
in
to me.
jail?
That last one I had
He
not
is. There's
heard of.
28. There's 90. He has a lot of court days ahead of him. He has a lot of indictments. Actually, I'm gonna Google how many indictments does he have.
If this man gets out of prison at some point,
How many
in his life, it's gonna be too
indictments
soon.
for not Mueller, for George
For more Washington.
Santos? No, he has. Let's see. Indictment list in full from Newsweek. He is indicted for the following: 5 counts of wire fraud, including in relations to allegations that he told contributors that their funds are being used for his campaign. He has 3 counts of unlawful monetary transactions over $10,000 in relation to allegations of transferring, quote, criminally derived, quote, unquote, funds totaling $74,000 between bank accounts he controlled. 1 count of theft of public money because he received unemployment insurance benefits through the New York Department of Labor, totaling nearly $25,000 while employed on an annual salary of $120,000 a year. He also has 2 counts of wire fraud over claims he fraudulently received 2 payments from the New York State Department of Labor, each of $564,000 in 2020 and 2021. I'm assuming what that is he got like COVID money of a couple $100. He got 2 accounts of false statements in relation to the overvaluing of earnings and assets on his house disclosure reports in 2020 and 2022. So yeah, he has 13 indictments against him that are going to be used in court. Can someone go to sleep, damn it? Greg.
Oh God, what is wrong with our politics?
Greg, where are you?
I was.
Thank you.
I was housing.
Yeah, so he also used money for Botox. He also did that.
Why Botox? Why is he getting Botox?
Why is this villager ascending?
That might be a you problem. Anyway,
Yeah,
Greg,
so-
where are you? Actually, Greg,
He
where
I'm
committed-
on the roof with a villager.
He was also
Oh.
accused of identity and credit card theft,
Oi,
and also submitted fraudulent information to the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, about the state of his campaign. He inflated the campaign's reported receipts with non-existent loads and contributions that were either fabricated or stolen. He lied to Congress about his campaign filings and his House statements about his financials. The House Ethics Committee report said, quote, and this is from the House Ethics Committee. They basically go, are you committing fraud or anything while you're a House member? And most of them doesn't go anywhere because they're all buddies. But the House Ethics Committee report that's 90 pages long, or not, I think it's 50 or 90, I'm not sure. It said, quote, his campaign filings and House FD statements are replete with so many errors and omissions that they cannot be reasonably relied upon. Those errors go so far and beyond an embellished resume, include numerous misrepresentations to the government and the public about his campaign's financial activities. Yeah, so in the FEC reports during the elections, he made personal loans to his campaign committee and leadership PAC totaling more than $800,000. He later reimbursed himself for a large portion of those loans, but according to the House Ethics Committee, quote, there is substantial evidence that most of the reported personal loans were not actually made or properly disclosed to the FEC. So basically, he billed himself he said, I gave myself $800,000. Then, at the end of his campaign, reimbursed himself the now existent $800,000. So basically, he fabricated $800,000 out of thin air. Because he put it in his filing, and they're like, okay, that makes sense, because that's normal for politicians.
How does it make sense?
Because, originally, because people are like, oh, okay, so he gave a lot of money to his campaign. Usually you do that, because you got to get a starter package before you get donors in. So basically, they thought, okay, so his stuff is legit, because that's normal. Not legit.
Why can you even do that in the first place?
Because you need starter money for your campaign. You need to contribute some money to your own.
Well, yeah, but
campaign.
why are you getting reimbursed for your campaign money?
Because it's your personal. He said it was his personal funds. Because it's I think it's some kind.
You're running to be a politician.
Yeah, I think it's a tax thing.
There's also the matter that, in theory, this can be helpful to people who are running for political office without
don't have a lot of
their
money.
own money. Because
yeah,
it's basically lowering the barrier to entry for politics.
Yeah, think of AOC, for example. You know what she was before she was a House member? A bartender.
Okay,
that's
fair.
That's the kind of thing and she was running against a guy who'd been in the House for nearly 30 years. So obviously he has a head start on a lot of cash, and she does not have a lot of cash because, bartender.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, so then also, when he ran specifically in 2020, he reported that he loaned his campaign $81,250 in several statements reflected on FEC reports. In actuality, he only ever transferred $3,500. But when the campaign ended, he repaid himself a large portion of his original fictitious loans anyway, and made $27,700 in profit. So he's like, I gave myself a lot.
How the fuck is nobody checking this shit?
Because no one usually does this shit. No one does this shit. That's the thing, Daniel.
See,
they better start doing it now, because holy shit.
Actually,
they will.
Given how much of this stuff he almost got away with too, if not for you meddling kids, I'm starting to think that either this man in particular needs help, or this may be a more widespread problem than we think, and he's just the one who got caught.
It probably is more widespread, because that's how it usually goes. But no, we'll figure it out. And then, let's see. He also lied about where
over here.
He also lied about where he went to high school. His parents did immigrate from Brazil. He said he attended the Horace Mann School in the Bronx during his first years of high school, but had to leave the prestigious private academy in his senior year because his parents fell in hard times, which was something that would later become known as the Depression of 2008. But a spokesperson for the school told CNN in December of 2022 that there was no evidence he attended the academy at all. But he later did obtain a high school equivalency diploma, so he got a GED.
Hooray! Small mercy.
He also lied about where he went to college. He claimed to graduate with a degree in economics and finance from Branch College in 2010, which says he would have made it through a 4-year program in just 2 years if he actually graduated from Horseman in 2008. But a representative of the college told the Times there was no record of him being in the class of 2010, nor is there a record of him being a star on the volleyball team, as he claimed to the Nassau County Republican Chair Joseph Cairo. A biography of Santos in the National Republican Congressional Committee also states that he spent time at New York University, but claimed New York University could not cooperate. However, he later told the New York Post that he, quote, didn't graduate from any institution of higher learning. He also claimed that he worked on Wall Street and claimed that he worked specifically at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. But records for both companies told the Times they had no record of his employment. It says he worked at Citi's real estate wing in the 2010s, but the bank sold off its asset management operations when he was still in high school. After he was sworn into Congress, the Times obtained a copy of his inflated resume claiming that he graduated in the top 1% of his class at Baruch, earned an MBA at NYU, was able to double the revenue of the project he worked on at Goldman. He kept up the Goldman Sachs lie for years. According to court records obtained by Politico, he spoke at a 27 trial in Seattle on behalf of a family friend accused of skimming credit card numbers from ATM machines. The judge asked him, quote, so who do you work for? He replied to the judge, and so he was the guy's friend who committed the fraud, basically. He said, quote, I'm an aspiring politician. I work for Goldman Sachs, unquote. You work for a judge in New York? You work for Goldman Sachs in New York? The judge asked. Santos, yup. In March, the friend came forward informing the feds that it was Santos who taught him how to skim the credit cards. Quote, Santos taught me how to skim credit card information out of clone cards. He gave me all the materials and taught me how to put skimming devices and cameras on ATM machines.
Well,
Santos denied the allegations.
If Santos says it didn't happen, then I'm starting to think that's good evidence it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Next thing is, where does money come from? When he ran for Congress first in 2020, he filed a disclosure showing a salary of $55,000 working as a vice president of business development company called Linkbridge Investors, where he says he introduced investors to hedge fund managers, claiming that he once brought in $1 million in revenue in just 6 months on the job. Even though, however, he was inflating his value. Newsday reports that the company's founder testified under oath in a 2019 lawsuit that Santos was just a freelancer who sold sponsorships for events and worked on commission. Let's see, what's the next thing?
I am genuinely shocked just how much shit this man got away with, and not even because I'm any kind of emotion towards this, but rather I'm just appalled that nobody thought that this was a good idea to fact check this.
You know,
fixing it.
I've heard most of this stuff before, and I'm still in genuine awe.
Yeah, I'm not done, by the way. I'm not done while the server boots up. He also, after his failed congressional 2020 run, he started working at a Florida investment firm called Harbor City Capital. When he was employed there in 2020, he said he managed a $1.5 billion fund bracket of, quote, record returns, unquote, of 12 to 26%, depending on the type of investment. That year, according to CNET, a customer told Santos that the company's promise they had a full bank guarantee on investments was bogus. Quote, Deutsche Bank claims it was complete fraud and not signed by the bank officer on the document, unquote. Santos replied that they were, quote, 100% legitimate, unquote. But in April 2021, the Securities and Exchange Commission accused Harbor City of being a Ponzi scheme that stole $17 million from investment. The company's assets are currently in mediation with an independent receiver appointed to manage them. I'll tell you when the server's up because I have more on this. Just one sec.
Fucking
It just keeps going.
Oh, yeah, no.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? Or, literally everybody. How?
Our server's up.
How does such a person come to exist?
I do not know.
How does somebody get this far and say so much bullcrap and not a single thing isn't true? For the love of God,
his name is fabricated.
The lowest brackets of job searching have more scrutiny put on them for accuracy of information than this man does.
Yeah, where are you, Daniel? Oh, here.
I would like to credit Refuge and Audacity.
So Santos was not accused of wrongdoing by authorities in this matter, and the next month he incorporated his own company called Devolder. In an interview with Semaphore, he said he helped rich people buy the expensive toys they wanted. If a client wanted to sell a plane or boat, Santos would, quote, go look out there with my Rolodex and be like, hey, you're looking for a plane? You're looking for a boat? I just put that feeler out there, unquote. New York Times report describing how he brokered the sale of $20 million describes this work in detail. Within 6 months, he claims to have landed a contract of a couple $1 million contracts. Financial disclosures from his 2022 presidential campaign show he claimed to have made between $3.5 million and $11 million from the company before it was dissolved last year. Let's see. However, even before his indictment, everyone was buying the story that Santos earned his money how he says he did. As the Time notes, DeVolder had no public website or LinkedIn page, and on his campaign financial disclosure, he did not list any clients. His campaign bio, Santos once described DeVolder as his, quote, family's firm, unquote, so he was managing $80 million in assets. At times, Santos would go by the name Anthony DeVolder. Quote, where did that money come from, unquote, asked Representative Dan Goldman of Brooklyn, referring to the $700,000 Santos lent to his own campaign. When asked about the money during an appearance on Stephen Bannon's show War Room, Santos dodged the question, instead quipping, quote, well, I'll tell you where it didn't come from. It didn't come from China, Ukraine, or Burisma. Basically, he's just deflecting to the false Biden allegations there. In January 24th of 2023, Santos admitted a new finding that $500,000 of that sum was not actually a personal loan, and he did not reveal the source of the money. Santos filed another amended report saying the $125,000 loan he gave him his campaign was also not a personal loan. Quote, I've never been this confused looking at an FEC filing, unquote, Jordan Leibowitz, a spokesman for the Citizens of Responsibility and Ethics, told the New York Times. Santos also had a habit of spending $199 or $199.99 at restaurants and hotels, just shy of the threshold for expenses that campaigns are legally required to track. A lot and loads of so-called donations come from people who do not actually exist or claim to have not actually sent him any money. Like Santos' cousin who was, quote, dumbfounded, unquote, by their alleged $1,500 pledge. So
wait,
basically,
what? How the fuck do you get?
You can make donations in the name of someone else. So basically, he fraudulently said that his cousin made donations to his campaign, which
that's
that
like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like nobody. How the fuck do you even get a?
I don't know, but yeah. So basically, if you buy something that's under $200, you're not required to report it to the federal government.
That's not the part of the sentence I'm.
Oh, I know. Like, I don't know, Daniel. I don't know the answer to your question. I'm continuing, by the way. This New York Magazine article is fantastic. Skepticism about Santos' finances was amplified by his alleged fraud. In 2008, when he was 19 living in Brazil, court records show he was charged with stealing the checkbook of a man his mother was caring for and wrote $700 in fraudulent checks, including for a pair of shoes. It's not the only theft allegedly on his record. Two former roommates claim he stole a Burberry scarf from one of them and wore it a year later to the Stop the Steal rally. Santos' lawyer in the fraud case in Brazil was reportedly convicted in connection to a paid execution and was studying law and house arrest when he defended Santos. What? So his lawyer in the Brazil fraud case was convicted in connection to someone being paid to execute someone else. What the fuck? I didn't know that. He also appears to have made up history as a landlord, claiming in a campaign about his family, he and his family ran a real estate portfolio of 13 properties. The Times found no evidence of the buildings, and they were not listed in required campaign financial disclosures. Santos, who decried New York's eviction moratorium during the pandemic, has been evicted twice. He also claimed about founding an animal charity. His bio claimed he ran a foundation called Friends of Pets United, saving 2,500 dogs and cats between 2013 and 2018. But there was no social media accounts for the organization, no IRS records, and no evidence of the charity being registered in New York and New Jersey, where Santos claimed to have operated. The Times found that Friends of Pets United held one fundraiser with a rescue group in New Jersey in 2017, for which he charged a $50 entry. But the group that threw the event said it never received any funds, and Santos made several excuses for why he didn't have the money. According to the Times, Santos would shake checks written to his charity and cash them out under his pseudonym, Anthony DeVolder. Santos also allegedly stole money from a disabled veteran who came to him for help to help fund a life-saving surgery for his dog, according to Patch. In May 2016, Richard Osthoff, who was living in a tent in central New Jersey, learned that his pit mix would need a $3,000 journey. A veterinary technician told him that a man named Anthony DeVolder could help him raise the funds. After Friends of Pets United put together a GoFundMe that got money for the surgery, Santos then refused to give the money to Osthoff, whose dog died less than a year later. Santos has denied the story, though the FBI is reportedly investigating the matter. Quote, I was worried that what happened to me was too long ago to be prosecuted, unquote, Osthoff told Politico. Politico also reports that in late 2017, a checking account in Santos' name wrote 9 canceled checks to 8 different accounts owned by dog breeders, writing the memo section puppy and puppies. That November, he was charged in Pennsylvania with theft by deception for the alleged crime. Santos claims his checkbook was stolen, and the charge was expunged in November 2021 after an old friend helped him out. Whether or not Santos wrote bad checks, the report also reveals another angle to Congressman's scams. Through his charity of Friends of Animals United, Santos would also hold adoption events for dogs, pawning off the animals for a fee for people who thought they were adopting an animal in need, not a puppy straight from the breeder. So the only other thing is that when Santos flipped New York's 3rd Congressional District in November, he became the first openly gay, non-incumbent Republican elected to Congress. His campaign bio discussed his husband, with whom he lives in Long Island along with 4 dogs. But Santos never appealed on the campaign trail with his partner, and the database cannot find a marriage record in New York. And when he arrived in the house in January, he was not wearing a wedding ring. In 2019, however, Santos did divorce a woman in Queens. Quote, "I'm very much gay. I'm okay with my sexuality. People change. I'm one of those people who change," unquote, he told the New York Post in December. The database soon uncovered more of that first marriage, which lasted from 2012 to 2019, according to their marriage license and divorce records. In 2014, 5 years before the divorce of the woman, Santos sent Facebook invites to his friends celebrating a, quote, engagement dinner, unquote, with his boyfriend at the time. Santos' former boyfriend says the party never happened because he did not say yes to the proposal. In July 2021, Santos wrote on Twitter that the September 11th attacks, quote, claimed my mother's life, unquote. On December 23rd, 2021, he said it was the 5th anniversary of his mother's passing, a loss confirmed by her obituary. On his campaign website, he claimed that his mother, Fatima DeVolder, was in her office in the South Town on September 11th and that she passed away a few years later when she lost her battle to cancer. Aside from the fact that people rarely refer to 15 years as a few years, there is no record of Santos' mother suffering from the well-documented health effects caused by the toxic debris following the attacks. There is no evidence she was at the World Trade Center on 9/11, and though Santos claimed she was a finance executive, public employment records obtained by the New York NBC News list her only known employer as an imports business in Queens that folded in 1994. Times reported that she had once worked as a nurse in Brazil. Weeks after Santos' lies were made public, Jew genealogists found documents showing that his mother was in Brazil in September 2001. In 2003, she applied for a visa to enter the U.S., and the documents showed she had not been in the country since 1999. So basically, he lied and said that his mom was a 9/11 victim when she was not even in New York.
Seriously, how
I'm not done.
No, at this point, I'm done listening to this shit.
I get that.
Brain wreck.
In an interview with the conservative,
hold on a second, hold the fuck up. In what world does a politician that's a House representative get elected saying all this stuff and not a single person
checked his background? I don't know. I don't honestly know the answer to that. I wish I knew the answer. Yeah, it really is just our planet. Yeah, no, he's basically one of the biggest liars in the history of American politics. And not even usual lies, I said this and then a book comes out later saying, no, I kind of suggested to him and then he said okay to it. But yeah, another thing is...
this man is just straight up making shit up. And
yes,
making shit up that's affecting entire organizations, not just individuals.
Oh yeah.
And he's claiming all of these things, and not even the people from the organizations or whatever are saying a single thing.
Mm.
This is beyond ridiculous on every regard.
Yeah. He also said he's Jewish. He's Jewish. And people are like, okay, so he's Jewish.
He's
all right.
Jewish.
Yeah, no, so here's the thing. So he said he was Jewish, and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He's from New York, and he's, got a Jewish background, so yeah, he's Jewish. And then he later said, and then someone did a background, find out he actually doesn't practice Judaism, and he went, no, I'm Jewish, meaning I have Judaism in my family, but I'm not a practicing Jew, basically. But he was a Catholic, so not even Jewish anyway. In an interview with a conservative podcast in May 2022, he said his grandparents survived the Holocaust, and his campaign bio claimed that they fled persecution during World War II. According to genealogy records reviewed by CNN and The Forward, this did not apply to his family. There is no sign of Jewish and or Ukrainian heritage and no indication of name changes along the way, genealogist Megan Smoleniak told CNN. Multiple family records show that his maternal grandparents were born in Brazil. The name is common among Catholic families in Brazil. However, on January 27, 2023, he delivered remarks on the House floor about his grandparents to commemorate World Holocaust Remembrance Day. He also claimed that he had employees who died during the Pulse nightclub shooting, and that he lost 4 of them. The Times found that none of the victims at the Orlando nightclub worked at the companies he named in his biographies. He also claimed that in a biography with the New York Times in October 2023, that his 5-year-old niece had disappeared from a playground in Queens and was discovered on a surveillance camera 40 minutes later with 2 Chinese men. Santos believed that his criticism of the Chinese government could have his family set up as a target. Well,
Boy.
look, I don't want to go into conspiracy theory, but if the shoe fits right, unquote. Naturally, the Times said the story with the New York Police Department. Quote, we found nothing at all to suggest it's true. I'd lean into he made it up, unquote, said a New York Police Department official. Okay, let's see.
Seriously, what the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, no, so this is actually the thing about the Judaism thing. Yeah, no, so this is, he has said over years he's a conservative Roman Catholic, and his mother posted on Facebook Catholic prayers and discussed the Virgin Mary. A priest on Long Island.
His mother posts on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, think about conservative people, Daniel. Conservative boomers, Daniel. Yeah, quote, he said in an interview with the Post in 2020, I think 2 or 3, quote, I never claimed to be Jewish. I am Catholic. Because I learned my maternal family had Jewish background, I said I was Jewish. Unquote. In January, Patch unearthed a Facebook post from Santos in 2011, which he wrote, hi, angry German man. I can't say that word. So he did a thing where, that they did in the 30s to be like, hey, this German man's cool. They did that. I can't say his name because I'll get demonetized. But you know which angry German man in the 1930s I'm referring to. Yeah, a former roommate was told that Santos would frequently make anti-Semitic jokes. Quote, he'd always say that it was okay for him to make those jokes because he was Jewish, unquote, said a friend and roommate. No, look, I usually don't do that, and I'm actually Jewish. I don't do that. I make other Jewish jokes, but I don't.
Standards.
Yeah, come on. On May 11th, his director, Blake Zeff, who spent months with Santos for a potential documentary, shared audio of the congressman doing a, quote, Jewish impression, unquote, on Ari Melber's MSNBC show The Beat. Zeff said that while speaking about his constituents, Santos adopted a fake Yiddish accent and said, you sit in a room with a lot of Jews, you're fucked, unquote. And then he assumed a fake Yiddish accent to say, quote, oh, he's such a mensch. What the fuck? And then he also apparently was a drag queen in Brazil, despite, being against drag shows. But yeah, someone found a photo that they knew him as his drag name Kitara in 2008, and they found pictures on Twitter.
Wait, did you just say Kitara?
Kitara.
Oh. Okay.
Kitara. I don't know. It's Portuguese. You pronounce it however you pronounce it in Portuguese because it's Brazil. But yeah, no, so apparently he's also a drag queen while also ragging on the fact that drag shows exist at all. So that's fun. You said the story was, quote, categorically false,
clearly he has expertise then.
There are people, as people identify the story as one of the few relatable things he's ever done, he stopped contesting it, saying, quote, I had fun at a festival, sue me for having a life, unquote. There's another twist in the drag queen plotline. According to a friend at the time who spoke with Insider, Santos was the supporter of the leftist politician Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who was just elected president of Brazil. So basically, he was a super left-wing guy, despite now being conservative as hell. Which here's the thing: people change. That's normal. Yeah. There are plenty of people who are, say, more liberal in life, and they generally become more conservative. That's usually pretty normal. That people are more liberal when they're young, and they're more conservative when they're older. That is normal. That is not something I would give him that much shit for. He might have changed his opinion and been like, I started to feel more sincerely about this topic or this topic. So that's not something I'll shit on him for. Let's see. He also, his resume inflation keeps getting more absurd. Wikipedia bio for username Anthony DeVolder claims that following a successful drag career, he landed roles on Disney Channel shows such as Hannah Montana and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. After his stint in TV, the Santos bio then states that he hit the big screen with a role in a movie called The Invasion starring Uma Thurman, even though Uma Thurman never appeared in the movie under that name. During his 2022 congressional bid, Santos claimed to some donors that he also helped produce Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, a 2011 rock musical revisiting the plot of the first 2 movies starring Tobey Maguire. As usual, Santos' this timeline does not make sense. If you were to take his word for it, this would have been the same time he was a volleyball star at Baruch College. The real producers of the play denied the representative's involvement. But Santos picked a strange play to stake his name on. Turn Off the Dark was a notorious flop that was severely delayed, lost millions of dollars, and resulted in several serious injuries to actors. In an interview with Curb, a former roommate said that when he lived as a now congressman back in 2013, Santos was, quote, at home all day on his computer browsing the web, probably chatting with people, unquote. At the time, he said he was a reporter for the Brazilian media giant Globo. After another former roommate told the Columbia Journalism Review that Santos even claimed to be a, quote, executive there, unquote, which Globo's Director General of Journalism said was a, quote, lie pure and simple, unquote. He also after Santos was sworn in 2023, a campaign staff member named Sam Miele impersonated the chief of staff of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy during the 2020-2022 cycles to raise money. The Santos campaign staffers charged a credit card on file for donors without their permission and racked up huge unexplained expenses and payments to an anonymous, as well as payments to themselves. He also said, a month after he was elected, he went on the Brazilian podcast Radio Novelo Apresenta, informing the host in Portuguese that, quote, "We have already suffered an attempt on my life, an assassination attempt," unquote. Santos also described a mugging this summer of 2021 when an assailant allegedly took his shoes, briefcase, and watch off him off 5th Avenue in broad daylight. MSNBC translated the interview and aired on January 23rd, when the network contacted Santos' efforts for police records of the incidents, which they did not receive a response for. Yeah, so basically, the only thing that's true about him is he's a 34-year-old Republican born in Queens who represents New York's wealthiest congressional district.
At this point, I'm starting to doubt that.
His most detailed conversation about his past took place in an interview with Piers Morgan, to whom he admitted that he, quote, didn't think he would get caught. "I ran in 2020 for the same exact seat in Congress, and I got away with it then," unquote, he added, before doubling down his false claim that his mother worked in the World Trade Center on 9/11. He's besides being investigated by the East District of New York, which filed a 13-count indictment against Santos in May. He also is reported being investigated by the Nassau County District Attorney and the New York State Attorney General's office. The focus of these two queries is not publicly known. Days after he was sworn in, the nonprofit Campaign Legal Center also filed an official complaint with the Federal Election Commission accusing Santos of illegally using campaign funds on personal expenses like rent. On February 9th, the FEC formally ordered Santos to declare a run in 2024 because he's reached the fundraising threshold to do so. Otherwise, he must, quote, disavow, unquote, any fundraising coming his way. The FBI is investigating him for the dying dog thing. They're also investigating his brokerage of a $20 million yacht. He's also, in January, Brazilian law officials reopened his case about the fraudulent check thing from 2008, but he settled it in May, admitting to using a checkbook stolen from his mother's employer. He has to pay about $4,878.45 in restitution. The watchdog group has also encouraged the Health Ethics Committee to investigate his 2012 marriage to a Brazilian woman, during which he appeared to date other people, to determine if he entered the marriage to solely obtain citizenship for his wife, a crime for which he could spend up to 5 years in prison. And he was arraigned on May 10th and pleaded not guilty to all 13 charges and released on a $500,000 bond. While leaving the court, Santos said he has no intention of resigning. Quote, "This is the beginning of the ability for me to address and defend myself," and he called his prosecution a witch hunt. He also said this week that that if he is kicked out of Congress, he will consider it a personal victory for himself. Given
how
it's a
much
witch
of
hunt.
a drug addict this man is.
Oh, he's not on drugs at all. He's just a pathological liar.
I know, that's what I mean. He's
so after that, literally 20 minutes, I'm now done. I've reached the bottom of the page with the comment section, and I'm done. And I'm not reading the comment section. Good. But yeah, he's scheduled there is a House meeting to vote on whether to kick him out tomorrow. However, if he is kicked out of Congress, he's still allowed to be on the House floor as a former congressman. He is entitled to their free meals, and he is also, if he wishes to do so, though they've said they will not invite him, he's invited to join a committee of former House members that basically says, "Hey, you were a House member once. That's cool. Here's we'll support you in all your endeavors to do lobbying effectively."
Holy shit! Why is this man not just?
But that group has said we have no intention of inviting him.
Greg, there's a yamper over here. You want it?
I would, but I'm kind of distracted and I'll probably get lost if I try to find my way back here afterwards.
Matt,
actually, my inventory's full. Cars.
Okay. Oops, I'm typing on my PC, not Minecraft.
Great, thanks, man.
I made you give me a minute.
And it broke everything.
I'm
Clearly, you're not allowed to do things because nobody else has these problems.
Yeah, I'm starting to think we just need to ban Matt.
Yeah, he said on Twitter, quote, "I know I'm going to get expelled when this expulsion resolution goes to the floor. I've done the math over and over and it doesn't look really good," unquote.
Gee. What is everybody else saying to that?
Well, he's previously survived 2 expulsion votes. But that's because the ethics committee, a lot of people were waiting the ethics committee report because otherwise it would set a bad precedent of, hey, there's no ethics report. We're kicking this guy out just on rumors. But now the ethics report has come out. Basically, everyone is going, yeah, after the ethics report, I'm going to vote to kick him out.
This is a whole new level.
How did we get to this point?
How did we get to the point that this is our stream?
Oh yeah, here we go. He gets to keep his exclusive perks if he's expelled. Let's see. The perks he gets are access to the house floor, the lawmaker, and the lawmaker-only gym and dining facilities, and more.
I feel like they're not.
And he can also purchase and auction off his own office furniture.
They better fucking not.
Oh, the thing is, he's allowed to do that unless they vote that he's not allowed to do it. According to House rules, any former lawmaker can walk onto the floor unless they're a lobbyist, a foreign agent, have a direct personal or financial interest in the bill being considered, or been convicted of a crime in relation to that individual's election to or service to the House. So basically, if he's convicted in his trial, then he will not be allowed back onto the House floor.
Okay,
but they could also, but even if he's not convicted, they could pass a resolution to exclude him from the House anyway.
This man should be not allowed. Should be sent back to Brazil.
I have 2 Pokeballs and no Pokemon that won't one-shot this thing.
Oh boy!
Give me a second, Greg. I'll give you half my Pokeballs.
As long as you're not a registered lobbyist, you can be allowed access to the House gym if you pay a fee.
Thank you.
You can also use parking garages in the Capitol complex and have access to
the United States anymore.
Yeah, they can also use parking garages in the Capitol complex and have access to, quote, seating in the House restaurant facilities and members' dining room, unquote. He could also buy his own desk and auction it off for a profit. So if he got a really nice desk in his office when he was elected, he's allowed to sell that desk.
Why is our government like this?
I don't know, but yeah, former members of Congress are typically invited to join the United States Association of Former Members of Congress, an organization chartered by Congress in 1983 that boasts more than 800 members. It markets itself as the premier vehicle to keep former lawmakers engaged in government and connected to each other after their federal public service has ended. But in a statement to Business Insider on Monday, the group made it clear that it wanted nothing to do with Santos. Quote, we welcome all members who have completed their service in the House or Senate to join our organization provided they're in good standing. Given the litany of substantiated allegations in the bipartisan Health Ethics Committee's reports, Congressman Santos would not fall into that category. As an organization that advocates for and showcases bipartisanship, good governance, and the dignity of public service, we feel Congressman Santos' conduct does not reflect these values. Given the long list of accusations he's currently facing, he likely has other things on his mind anyway, unquote.
Gee.
However, he is not eligible to receive a pension. Members of Congress can only receive a pension if they've served in the House for 5 years or more. He has not been in the office for more than 11 months. And even if he had been in Congress for that long, lawmakers lose pension and benefits if they're convicted of public corruption-related offenses. The trial is set for next September. Jimmy Fallon did his late-night shtick that he thinks is funny. He said, Jimmy Fallon thinks that if Santos is kicked out of Congress, quote, he'll have to go from OnlyFans customer to creator, unquote. That's a good joke, actually. Yeah, no, so that's George Santos, everybody. Welcome to American politics. This man is serving the richest congressional area in the entire country. And only just now are people going, probably shouldn't have elected that guy.
Why are people like this?
I don't know. But yeah, no, so that's been the year of George Santos since he was elected last year. All of that has come out about him. I don't believe
you. I don't believe this existed.
Would you like to see a picture of him?
No, I want to pretend that this man doesn't exist again.
I'll tell you tomorrow if he gets kicked.
to be fair, he doesn't exist, but...
That's true.
I can't argue with that. Like, his entire life is just a fabrication.
Yeah, here's Stream VC, by the way. That's what the man looks like.
No, I refuse. I refuse to look. I will have Greg get rid of it just so I can pretend.
Greg, can you wait until he looks at it accidentally?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I can.
Actually, I'm going to do
Will
this.
I don't know, but I definitely
Actually, I know what I can do. I'm going to DM it to Daniel directly. Here you go, Daniel.
Well,
there you
good
go.
work. I can't.
That's what that man looks like.
Okay.
Normal guy.
Remove close DM.
I deleted the picture. Don't worry about it. Besides, I still have our chat history. Oh yeah, I should probably delete these this Discord message. My Hulu stuff. Let me purge that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete
Yeah,
that.
maybe you should have thought about deleting it before you possibly showed it on stream.
No, I didn't show it on stream. I'm looking at OBS.
I know.
Remember, it's on my other monitor anyway, and I'm only showing the specific application, Minecraft Forge.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So
Anyway,
yeah,
there's
chat.
a lot of Grimer in the water. We should do something about this.
Probably.
Fido, what? Fido just pushed me off a ledge and left.
Good job. Yeah, no. So yeah,
It wasn't
Daniel,
a very high ledge, but still.
Yeah, so Daniel, welcome to the enjoyment of that.
This is why I hate politics. So this is especially why I hate politics.
Oh, trust me, it's hell.
This is why I'm glad that's not my congressional district.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that's not our House rep. Daniel, let me ask you a question. If he was our House rep, would you actually bother to vote just to get rid of this guy? Like, that's the only
Yes.
category you'd vote for?
Yes, this is like the Trump election all over again. This is enough that I would care, and that's probably not a good sign.
Well, congrats. Trump's probably going to be running again next year, so have fun voting again.
How the fuck is he allowed to vote still or be? Part
Because
of it?
he was not convicted of any crimes yet.
When is he gonna get convicted?
The trial is in March.
I fucking hate our government.
And look, because Trump is an influential person, and he's arguing that if he gets convicted, that it could affect his run for presidency, which is absolutely true.
Yes.
He's going to find new and exciting ways of pushing this further and further into the future.
For the record, the judge he actually asked the judge if he could move it to 2025, and the judge said no. Because he knows at that point he will likely be president, and he can just go, and he'll attempt to pardon himself, which there are no rules on the books for that.
I thought there was a rule for that.
No, it's just it would go to because it would go to the Supreme Court. It would go to it's just because no one has bothered to attempt it before. But yeah, no. So it would go to the Supreme Court, which currently has a 6-3 ratio of Republicans in favor for Republicans over Democrats, and 4 of those Republicans were appointed by Trump himself. And you just need one other guy to go. This is fine.
Can we just shoot the politicians
Into the
Let's
stratosphere?
Not. You could
My
get in
guess.
trouble.
Yeah, no. I think we should just shoot them all into space. Just send them to Mars with Elon. Fuck it. And don't let them come back.
No, don't put them in close proximity to Elon. They're bad influences on each other.
Yes, because Elon already hasn't been a bad influence in the last fucking year.
He's a bad influence on them, and they're a bad influence on him.
Yeah, and they'll kill
That's
each
true.
other.
Yeah, exactly.
But look,
That or Elon will wind up
there's
as the king of Mars.
Look, if there's a survivor in all of that, that will be the most powerful politician / Elon Musk of all time.
Elon will be a politician. He'll say that I deserve to be the king of Mars.
And then we can shoot him, right? Because Viva la France.
France.
Sure, that, yes.
Sure, we can blow up Mars. At that point.
What?
Hi, Greg. I don't know why he teleported you.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. Daniel
Okay.
teleported you.
Well, I know that. We would
Alright.
Oh boy, it's adorable.
Hello, Claude Sire. Look at this thing.
Yes.
It's adorable.
That's cute.
Yes. Is in fact very adorable.
Hey, buddy. Bye, buddy. All I can see is the inside of a villager.
Well,
Now you see me.
Either you're wearing it as a corpse husk, or there's something else going on there that you need to explain.
The villager is
You think I
transparent,
can
and Greg is stuck
explain it?
inside of it. Greg was also eaten by the villager. Congratulations, Greg. Your last moments of consciousness
Don't
before
worry,
you die.
I ate my way out.
Nah.
Ew.
Gross.
See, this is why the Sarlacc is not a threat to me.
I don't think that's how the Sarlacc.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works, man.
Look, if it's gonna take 1,000 years to digest me, I'm gonna digest it.
Sure. I need an axe.
Well, where are you?
I'm here with you guys.
Are you? Oh.
I disagree.
You were, in fact, not with us. You were against us.
I'm close enough. How did I accidentally
Sure.
open my inventory? I don't want to see my inventory. Oh god. I don't. Why am don't? How do I get rid of the? I don't want to look at the crafting menu.
There's
Press
a button
E to
for
pay
that.
respects.
Which button is it again?
E to pay
It's the
respects.
book. The book icon.
Oh, there we go.
Hooray! He's done it.
Has he?
I used it. I
At
put in the
this point,
shovel
I
instead of
don't
the
know, but,
axe.
At this point, I don't know it's real anymore.
I broke
Thanks,
Daniel.
George.
Thank you, Anthony.
Anyway.
Yeah, so welcome to the at least fun dumb part of American politics instead of the hell of American politics.
This is the fun part? What's the not fun
speaking,
part?
January 6th, that's the not fun part, Daniel.
Why are we like this?
Because
Well, that's not even
America.
us.
Insert American anthem here with a flying bald eagle holding a shotgun.
We're not even. We're the dumb people of America. What the hell are the other people doing if we're the dumb people?
Just drinking a shitload of beer and killing their brain with beer and football.
Turns out we were above average all along.
Yeah, Daniel, remember, we actually went to college. Most people do not leave their fucking hometown. They are born there, they die there, and they die at like 60 of usually heart attacks. Or they go into politics, that's true. And then they cause other people to basically just be stuck in their town.
They live, die, and repeat.
Because what is upward mobility in 2023?
A lie.
Speaking of, it's December in 3 hours.
Hooray!
Joy. Merry Christmas.
You know what that means, Greg? It means the Patarus is fucking thawing out.
By the way, they're making I saw today, they announced stuff for the Warzone event. Apparently in the new season of Warzone, they're going to have a zombie Santa event. They said, you're going to meet Santa. It's like, he's going to give... No.
He's going to give Christmas cheer and blood.
Actually, no. So the thing is, they're like, if you're friendly to Santa, he might give you presents. If you're not, well, you'll find out.
I love it.
The Santa model actually, like, the zombie Santa model actually looks pretty neat. Nice. I can't lie. But yeah, no, so the new Warzone update comes out and it looks fun.
Worst idea of all time.
What?
I want Zombie Santa versus Vampire Santa.
Was that the 1 Billion Mandy one?
I don't know.
Oh, probably. I never watched that show.
One.
I swear there was a zombie Santa in that at some point.
They probably turned Santa into a zombie on accident.
No, sorry, it was a vampire. I definitely remember vampire Santa.
I didn't watch much Billy and Mandy.
Santa.
It wasn't that great, all things considered. There were a few good moments, but more or less.
I just liked its willingness to intersect with the concept of death in a
kids show.
For being a kids show, its very premise was awfully morbid, and I liked that.
That's true.
Because a lot of kids shows would kind of cozy up to the idea of mortality, but not really address it, and that always felt cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
But that felt honest to me.
That's fair.
As honest as Vampire Hunter Abe.
Oh yeah, we need to watch that movie.
Abraham Lincoln,
Vampire Hunter.
Abe the Vampire Slayer.
A real movie, chat. That's a real movie. Ever want to watch Abraham Lincoln save America from the Civil War and vampires? There you go.
And vampires.
Why do I feel like the end of the movie, John Wilkes Booth is going to be a vampire? Why do I feel like they would do that?
That sounds accurate. Like John Wilkes Booth, fucking as penance for killing the rest of the vampires, kills Abraham Lincoln. That sounds like
no. Like he's like the head of the vampires and gets the last laugh on Lincoln because Lincoln was assassinated by Wilkes Booth. So
well, yeah, no, but it makes more sense that Wilk is like a no-name vampire who's taking revenge on all the other vampires being killed.
I don't know.
Because like if he's the head vampire, then like sure Abe would die, but then what's stopping them from repopulating then in that case?
They killed him when they found him in the barn.
He
died in a fire.
He gets on a plane and Kiritsugu shoots it down.
He gets on a plane. Yes, he gets on a plane in 1865. Great job, Greg.
Look, this is what we
30
do.
years before the plane was invented. 40 years before the plane was invented.
This is what we do with vampires. We shoot them out of the sky.
We shoot them directly into the sun. I do love that. By the way, you want to know something funny? Oh, go ahead.
That freaking Fido.
Is the Fido back and trying to assassinate you again?
Well, I don't know if it's the same one, but it's the same level, so I'm assuming so.
Anyway, today's been a day, folks. I hope your day was better than mine after I learned that all of this existed.
George Santos.
Are we sure George Santos, though?
Generic Republican in that district. God, the fact that he was elected is hilarious to me, because they literally were just like, I don't want a Democrat. And they're like, I guess this guy works. Like, because the thing is, he didn't just win, like, his election. He won his primary. Like, so he beat out all the other Republican options.
Matt, or Greg, please stop. I'm trying to...
Oh, I didn't know you were up there.
Anyway, though, I hope this sets, like, a good precedent against, like, Trump, though. Or, like, oh, yeah, maybe our politicians are liars. Maybe we should examine this shit a little bit more thoroughly.
Nah, this is so egregious, it must be a one-off.
Yeah.
There's no way two people like this could exist.
They find
There's
that
no way our entire government could exist like this.
Move, Pokemon. Yeah, so
Honestly,
that's the...
I wouldn't be surprised if this is just our entire government.
I mean, have
just
you seen
everyone's
how
a fraud from Brazil?
Is?
Just everyone's a fraud from Brazil.
Maybe Trump is from Brazil.
Trump is from Brazil.
Except for the one dude who's a fraud all the way from Portugal.
Nah.
Who's
the Portuguese guy, Bernie?
From Portugal.
Nah, it's true. He's actually from. I need another.
He's also
pick.
From Brazil. Everybody
Everyone is from Brazil.
Everybody that's a North American politician is from Brazil.
Even Biden's from Brazil. Every president ever has been from Brazil.
Literally everyone is from Brazil.
Every single American is actually Brazilian. Doesn't matter what it says about genealogy. You're just Brazilian now.
There is only Brazil.
Yes.
The entire world is actually just Brazil. You heard it here first, folks.
Just like
the entire world's Brazil, but we're weird Brazilians who don't like soccer.
What? Speak for yourself.
Fair.
I might not.
Greg, I think your inventory is full.
But I happen to like soccer quite a bit.
I like the World Cup.
Well, heck, my inventory is full. How did you know?
Greg, I have space because I'm picking up your inventory.
Here,
Greg, I don't have a pick, so you just cut things down. I'll grab it.
Okay.
Because I'm still have inventory space. Right. Yeah, no, that actually works. Yeah, no.
Well, I'll have
another
inventory space soon. My pick is gonna break.
Well, in good. There it goes. In good politics news.
Are there good district politicians?
Henry Kissinger finally died. Henry Kissinger finally died. That took long enough for him to fucking die. Finally. Fuck that guy.
Rest in pieces, man.
He's probably burning in hell.
Maybe we'll set a standard here. Maybe the politicians are going to start popping off into death.
Yeah, give them a minute.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the average age of every senator is like 60, so...
Well, they need to pop off faster, according to whatever the fuck I just heard.
Please don't ask them to pop off.
Yeah, they just pop off like when they're gonna pop off like you win a Smash tournament.
Yeah, they're gonna pop off.
They're gonna pop off like when Hungrybox gets a massive when he nearly fucking fainted from winning his stream.
Yeah, and then they're gonna have yield adult problems and die. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I thought the golem was a creeper. God damn it.
That's impressive.
I mean, the angle it was staring at and the angle I like jumped, I turned away for a second.
Right. Well, I do see creepers, so
well, I hope they don't bother me while I sleep.
I put down a couple extra torches.
Okay. It'll get ye ass over here. I'm gonna make us 2 more beds because I have wool from killing Wooloos.
I have more beds. We have more beds.
Well, I made more.
Well,
We
we're
will
full on this
have-
chest.
Unlimited bedworks.
Why are these in this chest? These don't go in this chest.
Oh no, Matt is
Because there's
developing
not
opinions
space.
about organization. Whatever shall we do? Encourage them, of course.
Anyway, now that we're done with that and
No.
whatever
No, you're
else
not. No.
travesty, I'm talking about the village reconstruction,
Ah,
not whatever the fuck is going on with our political system. Now that we're done with that, we can finally start.
building new houses. Ah! What
Yeah,
the
well,
hell?
yes. I will start making the foundation for the new house.
Why don't we just build a building around all of this?
Because fuck trying to get into this, first off. Secondly, you guys can start placing
Ooh, a
down
growlith.
the villager things over in this chest. So over here, you can start putting these down somewhere, and we can start trading with the villagers at least a little bit while I build the house for them.
Understood.
Aw, frick. Growlith fainted.
Ah, rip. I saw it turn into the smoke.
I breathed on it.
What did you breathe on it with?
What move did you use?
I might have used a dragon type move. I wasn't paying attention.
Why did
What do you mean you weren't paying attention?
He was thinking about George Santos.
You're not wrong.
Oh my fucking god. Great.
I'm just gonna title this stream on YouTube "The Many Adventures of Daniel Finding Out About George Santos." Daniel finds out about George Santos.
I swear to fucking
I'm just gonna call it that.
That's
Daniel
gonna
finds
get-
out about George Santos.
If you name this that, I'm gonna. Well, I can't even be mad. I'll just be exasperated.
Literally, I'm just gonna like turn that entire clip into like I'm gonna upload. Actually, no. I'm gonna legit just title the stream that.
Okay, sure, fine, whatever. Do whatever you want.
Oh, hey, another
It's not my
Yamper.
channel. Alright, I'm placing down the extra facilities, so get ready.
Well, I
Okay.
gotta catch another Yamper.
Oh, book stuff. Oh, they're getting jobs. They're getting jobs, boys. This guy
We're
wants
somehow
chicken.
playing a better we're better
At money.
politicians than the people in our political offices.
We gave them jobs. Holy shit, they got jobs.
A Yamper just walked along and phased through the Pokeball that I was using to catch the other Yamper. I'm gonna catch this Yamper. Get back
Nice,
here!
Greg.
Ah, fight
Where are
him!
you? I'm not gonna TP you because I'm gonna crash the server. Where are you,
over
Greg?
there.
Oh, here he is.
Over here.
He's fighting it with a Charizard. You dumbass.
Look, this Charizard is my weakest Pokemon.
How is the level 40 Charizard your weakest Pokemon?
Greg, have you
Because it
considered
is.
going into your box and getting a different Pokemon?
No.
Well, see,
I
there's
have
your
not.
first problem.
Yeah, Greg, maybe just get like a level 20 like Eevee.
Nope, I kept at it. It only took me 3 Pokeballs.
What the
Okay,
fuck
then.
did you just say?
He said it took him 3 Pokeballs to catch it.
No, he didn't. He said it took him 3 Pokeballs.
Look, I don't know what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah. Alright, it's confirmed. Yeah, no, so I'm gonna type the stream that.
Look, I make about as much sense as a certain politician.
Is that politician George Santos?
Might be.
Well, that's terrifying, isn't it?
Well, I'll say this, Greg is actually like way less corrupt than him. Greg is more truthful
that's
than him,
because-
and even Greg tells
no,
it's how
that's because power corrupts. and I don't have.
He
that.
was corrupt before he had power. He wrote bad checks when he was a teenager.
Yes, he had the power of pathological lying.
Christ.
So what power do you have then?
Knives.
I have the power of picking a fight with Tandemus.
It's a level 28 Tandemus against a level 40 Charizard. This will be good.
Well, let me throw a Pokeball at it, see what happens.
Are you finally taking this down, Daniel?
No, well, I need to make the house a little
First
bit
ball.
bigger.
Alright, I'll dig 4. I'm digging back into it slightly.
Today has been a day, I think.
Well, I for one had a good day.
I did too. My day was.
I
was having a fine day.
I set out with the goal to complete at least one project, and I completed at least one project.
What project did you complete?
Teaching you about the state of American
There-
politics.
No, there was a knife that I wanted to sharpen so that if I drape paper over it, the paper gets cut.
Okay, can I have a pick? Does anyone have a pick?
I do not have a spare pick. Maybe you should trade.
Alright, I'll make a pick. I'll make a pick. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
Actually, I sharpened 3 knives today. I'm proud of myself.
Yay!
You're the knife sharpener.
You're the knife man.
I like knives. A knife has never backstabbed me.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Knives don't stab people. People stab people.
Okay.
So, what does it say about toast?
Only toasters toast. I'm quoting the shitty Mario game, by the way. Why do you only have a shovel, damn it?
So, I'm very curious about how
An iron
this
sword
building
with...
is
Oh, wait.
supposed to...
That's a regular axe. I don't need a regular axe. I need a pick, man.
Is this just
Oh.
gonna be one of our monolithic rectangles?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
look, if you want to build the house as a non-monolithic...
No, I'm not arguing. They're
It's gonna take
iconic.
They really are. Right, I'm gonna just make
What,
it
is this just my... Is this like my design flair of monolithic rectangles are
it's
a
your
sign
brand.
that...
Where the hell is
It's a sign that
theirs?
I was here.
Like
You
you know
can't
how
get
the
this-
Egyptian pharaohs had pyramids? You have rectangles. Remember your prehistoric kingdom rectangle.
Oh god, you're right.
Why did
Oh
the
my
server
God, I
crash?
heard you
I
build
made a
rectangles.
pickaxe and it crashed. I didn't even do anything. I just made a fucking pick, man.
So the day I found out I only build in rectangles and Matt literally can't do anything.
I can't do anything without crashing the server. All right, I really gotta go on the Minecraft
Maybe
Reddit.
this is a sign that maybe
Maybe
Matt
we should
should not
just stop.
be.
I'm gonna make a
in this
thumbnail for
game.
this. I'm gonna make a really dumb thumbnail. It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna
Your
have
thumb- your thumbnail
Minecraft.
will be
George
all
said,
connected.
no. I'm gonna have
No.
just like a screenshot of our Minecraft server. I'm gonna have George Santos overlaid on top of it, and I'm gonna have a quote that just says, "Who is George Santos?" Daniel.
No. You should have. No, I got a great idea. Hold on a second. Open up the server again. Open up the server.
I'm
just-
launching it. It's up. It's up.
Hold on. I have a great idea. Hold on.
George
I'm joining the
Santos
world.
overlaid over the disconnected screen.
Okay, no. Okay, so go to the beds and then follow me.
Okay, I'm at the bed.
Okay,
Oh,
so
there you
over
are.
here. So come over
Okay.
here.
Maybe we should make a monument to the man.
No, hold on. Trust me on this.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The George
Okay.
Santos.
Focus
No.
on the myth.
So go into third person mode. No, stand next to me. Or
Wait,
both
should
of
I go
you
into
stand next to
spectator
me.
mode? Should I go into?
No,
Oh yeah,
no,
third
no.
person mode.
No, stand next to me in third person mode and turn off your HUD.
How do I turn off my HUD again?
At F1. And Greg, you face this direction too. So you face this way.
Face towards the mountain.
Okay, now stare up at the sun. And
Okay.
I want you to take a screenshot of this and then put George Santos in front of us.
What's the screenshot button again for Minecraft?
F2.
Oh, no wonder I keep taking screenshots by accident.
I'm not taking a screenshot. I can't take a screenshot.
It says you are. It just that when the HUD's not there. It
Oh
won't.
yeah. Okay. All right. I took screenshots.
Okay, this is where we're ending the stream today.
Yeah, chat. I think we're good. Greg, here's a chicken for you.
Yeah, I don't have any seeds, but I think we won at Minecraft, so...
Yeah, I think we did. God.
This
That's
chicken
gonna be a
can
great
live
thumbnail.
free. Or die hard.
I'm so making that thumbnail after this. I don't care.
Alright. Alright, well, thank you everybody for whatever the fuck.
Thanks
just
everyone for
happened.
watching. Thanks for watching Daniel learn about who the fuck George Santos is.
I hate
Or
it.
at least who the man purports himself to be.
Thanks for Daniel learning about New York's 3rd Congressional District. Wait, is it the 3rd Congressional District? Oh crap. Which district
It's one of them.
New York 3. Is it the 3rd Congressional District? Yes, it is!
This
Yeah.
golem has gotten very tall. Oh, no.
By the way, oh yeah, let me actually, I'm going to pick on the, let's see, what was the percentage you got voted in by again? What was the percentage? Give me the election of 20. Yeah, he won with, let's see, District 3, 2022 election. Thank you, Wikipedia, for existing. He won with 53.7% of the vote. He won with 145,824 votes to 125,404 votes for his opponent. He won very successfully and won most of his district.
What an absolute human being.
There's an endorsement of withdrawn endorsement. People who've given him endorsements. God. Chat. So thank you for coming out to the stream. Minecraft is pretty great. It's good for just making Daniel lose his goddamn mind over the real world. It's like a podcast.
This
but
is
with
the
Minecraft
worst
music.
podcast ever. Save me. I hate it here.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So, chat, thank you for watching. We will be back here on Saturday for some Spooderman. We're gonna be playing more Spooderman, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time.
Well, it should be good. It's assuming Matt doesn't get trapped on a bench again.
Oh yeah, if I
No,
get
that
stuck
was
on a bench again.
amazing.
That sucked for me. Chat. So yeah, we'll be back on Saturday with some Spooderman. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this conversation between all of us. But
I hope you're confused as to what just happened.
yeah. Good night, everybody. See you later. Well, what, Greg? Go ahead.
If you understand anything about this, please let us know.
Yes. We will keep you updated on if he gets kicked or not from the house on Saturday. You'll hear an update from us. You'll also probably see me tweet something.
You'll also probably see it on the news.
Yes. But trust us for your source of information.
Yes,
God,
obviously.
no, please don't do that.
Good night,
we are
everybody.
our #1 source for politics.
Yes. Good night, everybody.